Kepler, last but not least, I'm glad you made it for this Master of the Mixolydian Scale collaboration. You did a really good job. I wasn't expecting anything less from you. All of the notes that you used were spot on, right into the scale, except for the middle section where you decided to use the minor pentatonic scale, which in theory is wrong because a minor pentatonic has a minor third and the Mixolydian has a major third. However, it's very common over the Mixolydian scale to use the minor pentatonic scale. That's going to make it sound blues, as you know, because you played that. You know, the theory would say that over a dominant seventh chord, which has a root, major third, fifth, and minor seventh, you would use a scale with the major third. If you wanted to use pentatonic, you would use a major pentatonic here. Everything works well, but you decided to go with the minor pentatonic. Why does it work? Well, if you analyze all the notes of the minor pentatonic scale and compare these notes to the Mixolydian scale, the notes are going to be common except for the third. The minor third is going to clash a little bit with the major third of your chord. That's the major third here. That's the minor third. So this note and this note are going to clash a little bit, but that's what makes it sound blues. That's going to work. Anyways, you knew that because that's what you used, and that was just for the other people out there watching this this video. So good job on using the right notes and the right tools. My recommendation for you is as follows. When I was listening to your take, I thought there were a lot of really cool ideas, but maybe a little bit too much. And the reason is that the backing track is fairly slow. Let's see, we've got about a minute of backing track here, and over that backing track you used, I didn't really count, but a lot of different ideas. Let's take a listen and we'll see a little bit what kind of ideas you had. And they were all excellent, but let's take a listen. This could be your first idea. This could be a second idea. It's kind of in a different direction right there. And then here's something else. This is the middle section, you know, the minor pentatonic. It works, but it's a third idea there. What you developed here, that's good. That's great. And then moving on to the last part, the last section, you go back into the Mixolydian scale right there. And that's another idea again. So you've got a lot of really cool ideas, but what I recommend is for you to develop on these ideas. And developing an idea can be either taking a rhythm motif that you used in that original idea and expand from there, or maybe take one of these notes of the melody and start from that note to create something similar to the original melody but not quite the same. You don't want to clone yourself. So really your problem, it's not really a problem, you have a lot of great ideas. That's not a problem at all. That's great. Just develop these. Just keep in mind that the listener's mind is going way slower than yours as a player, because you're the one playing, you're the one having the strong connection with your instrument. So what you're playing is what you think, and people need to grasp what you're saying, and sometimes it takes a little while. You need to repeat stuff, and I've said it before, but usually the best solos are done without the guitar, and what that means is you're just looping the backing track, listening to it, and writing some, or singing something, or writing something in your head. And if you can repeat that solo that you created, if you can repeat it by singing it at least 5 times in a row, then you've got something good, if you can remember that. After listening to your take, what I had in mind was that you've got a lot to say, a lot of good ideas, but I would not be able to sing that lead back to you. If I walk out and you know, do whatever, come back to it, I won't really remember what your take was about, just because there were a lot of ideas in there, and I just need to. Repetition really helps. So keep that in mind, but technically you've got a good technique. That's not a secret. I knew that before. You know the scale, you know the theory behind, you know the tricks that you can use, you know that you can use minor pentatonic to make it sound blues and just a little bit more roots. That is great. So yeah, just keep that in mind, and next time you're going to write something, just prepare it and write something. Even though this was improvisation, which is great, but just try to prepare. Improvisations can be prepared as well. Other than that, good job. I enjoyed your take. I'm glad you were part of this. Looking forward to the next collaboration, and keep practicing. You're doing great.